Fasig-Tipton presents an ABR Films production. It's a mild, sunny winter day at the McKathan Brothers Training Center in north central Florida as young horses and hopes of greatness share the countryside. The crisp mornings and phosphorus-infused grass and water provide these young thoroughbreds a strong start as they embark on a journey towards the racetrack and ultimately the winner's circle.
I think it gives us a big benefit, especially in raising and developing young horses. The calcium, the bone, I think we make a sounder, stronger racehorse.
Simply known as the McKathan Brothers, the dynamic duo of J.B. and Kevin founded the McKathan Brothers Training Center in 1989 and built this 200-acre facility in 1999.
I'd kind of like to compare us to kind of a college football program, or we kind of get them up to a certain point and then they go to that next level.
Let's work for a quarter and let her gallop out a good 3/8. Like, stay after it.
Award-winning trainers like Bob Baffert and elite thoroughbred owner clients like Ahmed Zayat and Canadian diamond magnate Charles Fipke, among others, have long been sending their young, raw, and filled with potential 2-year-old thoroughbreds to the McKathan Brothers.
Well, I mean, we've been blessed with just wonderful clientele that supply us with really talented athletes, well-bred.
Can you blame them? Exactly 20 years ago, the McKathan Brothers purchased, prepped, and trained 1997 Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner Silver Charm as a 2-year-old. A year later, they prepped and trained the subsequent Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner, Real Quiet.
Right. Real Quiet into Sorbo! Yes, Real Quiet wins it!
We've been doing this for a long time. You know, we got close a couple times early in our career. We had horses win the Derby and the Preakness, and we just thought it was kind of easy then.
In 2015, they added a Triple Crown and Grand Slam winner to their legacy, American Pharoah.
It was something that I always thought that could happen for us, because I don't think that things can happen if you don't think they can. It sure took a long time coming, and it was wonderful. Just absolutely dream of a lifetime.
The way it happened in New York was amazing. The crowd, the people, the whole atmosphere of it, and obviously the way he ran. I mean, he dominated that race, but the whole day long was just absolutely numbing. It was like you were living in a dream for me. It turned out to be a good dream.
If you want your racehorse to have a shot at making it to the Kentucky Derby, then a pit stop here sure seems to make a whole lot of sense. By the estimation of Chris Alexander, the manager of the McKathan Brothers Training Center, at least one graduate of their 2-year-old training program has been in the starting gate in 20 of the last 22 Kentucky Derbies.
By having the luck we've had and having the exceptional horses that we have given to us, it means everything to us. It is what we fight for and strive for almost every year, and hope we make it there.
We've had a lot of clients, and they'll actually say that they're not interested in winning the Derby. They just want to have a nice horse, and they're all lying. They really do want to win the Derby.
Number 85 from TaylorMade Sales Agency as agent, a bay colt by Pioneer of the Nile, out of Little Princess Emma by Yankee Gentleman. Pioneer of the Nile, a very fast...
At 1 year old, American Pharoah passed through the elite sales ring at the August Fasig-Tipton Select Yearling Sale in Saratoga Springs, New York. However, his owner, Mr. Zayat, elected to buy him back after not receiving the price he wanted for the colt. Shortly thereafter, American Pharoah arrived here as a precocious young 2-year-old thoroughbred. He was just one of many thoroughbreds who were sent to the McKathan brothers for training and preparation in becoming racehorses.
Well, I mean, obviously, we had heard great things about him. We were really excited to meet him, and when he showed up, I mean, he was pretty much everything we'd heard about him.
It didn't take long for American Pharoah to quickly separate himself from the pack of other new arrivals.
You get a horse like him, it really makes you appreciate all the hard work that you've put in over all the years.
American Pharoah's allure was his amazing kinetics. He was described by those who saw him as athletic and compared to LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
When they move, when they walk, they do different things than, anybody does. Other than, like us, we don't move like those guys do. And he moves different than everything else that was around him. And it was very evident early on, his walk, his attitude. And that's what a good athletes do, they're just better than most.
But it was the length of his stride and dazzling speed that rapidly elevated him to the status of alpha thoroughbred. And when he took to the training track, the stopwatch didn't lie. In 2015, American Pharoah displayed more speed and gears than most racehorses are ever blessed with.
He just breathes a different kind of air than a lot of them, and it's kind of strange to say, but when you train a lot of horses, he came to the top so fast, and the way he moved across the ground, the way he handled himself at speed, I mean, he just did things so easy. Everything was, you couldn't ask him to do enough, and actually he usually did more than we wanted him to do, and he would just be galloping.
There's an eighth of a mile to go, and American Pharoah is putting on a show. He has not been asked the question, but everyone knows the answer. He is indeed the ruler. American Pharoah, breathtaking in a mesmerizing performance as he dominates.
On the next episode of Where American Pharoah Learned to Be a Racehorse, find out what's involved in training talented yet inexperienced 2-year-old thoroughbreds at the McKathan Brothers Training Center.